disguised as you know today. They came around as RC. Not many, but most came out as sea wagons and lorries, flatback parts for loading. And you can see photographs in old papers, old magazines, probably 8 to 10 stacks high with flammable material, and they still get at it. I think you look at them and say, we've got rubber wheels on. It stops your teeth falling out. You're on the road with these, you've got teeth rattling like anything when you're on the straight. 35. 35 is the Wee McGregor, a Fowler built in 1937, who new to Beath County Council as a road roller, also went to Ayr County Council, was converted to a tractor in 1980 by D. Hallison. But when I find it, Fowler roller now. Pendulum Queen. Built in 1927. New to Midlothian Council. It was spent many years there. It was 7, it was with Crabs, and it was bought in 2004 by Tony Senn and then by his present owner Russ Inman in 2005. There are tubes which are fed with warm water, i.e. coming out of that boiler, or from steam, and the tar was poured in and it liquefies. So it can be sprayed off. That's how the old roads were done. I'm looking, neither of the rollers so far have a scarifier on. Putting new hoggings down, so you got a brand new road. Another Lincolnshire engine here, another Foster. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's got a tank, the old World War I tank underneath, on its front there, on the boss on the front. That means it was built after 1918. Say the Fosters, if you say, oh, how did it get called a tank? Well, it was all down to Fosters. They wanted the propaganda. They didn't want the rest of the world knowing they were building armoured tanks to knock some bells out of each other. They wanted to do that, so they called them water tanks for Mesopotamia. That's where the origin of the word tank related to armour comes from. Showman type tractors supplied to Winton County Council as a tractor with a roller conversion. It was used by Pegden Brothers in 1946 and bought in 1984 by Daywell. Needs to get over here. And also Mr. Matt is in charge of the little bit of a steam here. 69. Travels all over. Seen it many times at valleys, especially in God's County, Yorkshire. Next is Mark Julie Riggle with the Clayton Shuttleworth in 1911. New at Smithfield Show in 1911. Later with Mr. Burt. Purchased by present owners in 1928 from the Kingle brothers. Let's call it Lord Doverdale. And David was not a happy person. That's the owner. David Sue Coe. Not the one that's on now. That's definitely not Dave unless he's had a shave. New to Oliver Park, Gloucester, they're paper makers. They used to take loads of paper to the railway station, then bring loads of materials to make the paper back. going now. That's a general purpose engine. Carries the name Mary Marshall. Built in 1889. So over 100 years old. Went to the Royal Show, later to T. Barley. Then to Mr. McIntyre in 1945. Years later, in 1972, with John Robinson and his son David. Say 1912 this was supplied, and his present owner, the MacDonald family, bought it in 1997. Number one son there, just taking his time. I know nothing.
Smoke, is there? Come from steam or anything. Quite clean, aren't they? A lot of them.
4 years from when he first bought this engine to restoring it, and it's had the third year out now. So new to Sadler Brothers there. I went into preservation in '65. I've never seen this when it was owned by its previous owner. You might have seen it's got a red body and yellow wheels. Carries the name Anchor. 49 is Old Dutch 1901 barrel single crank compound. As I say before, ladies and gentlemen, look at the steam checks to see that the cylinder at 45-degree angle. Matthew and Ian Hull. Now, a 1906 Fowler Road Locomotive. It's owned by John Smith and his team, using marked parts amassed over several years, and when wanted, making them from new. It's certainly a good example of a Fowler Road Locomotive. It's got no number on the front, but I found it. Can't make the number out. Hey, that's something you never saw when they were working. The driver on a phone. 61. Alchin, owned by Mark Ellis. Brought back from Australia. Next is a 1904 Foster. This is the first Foster tractor it's kind to be manufactured over a 10-year period. It's owned by Abigail. You'll hear me say, ladies and gentlemen, general purpose agricultural, both the same. You can put the belt to them, or saw, they could drive it. Next is the Showman type tractor, number 16. Forest Maiden, it's owned by Simon and Louise Gill. It's 1927 vintage. Started his working life with the mechanical grounding company of Reading as a road roller in a field. Converted between then and 1993 by Mr. Brain. Bought in 2017 by its present owners. Now we'll have Ada, the Loughborough Council through McDonald's. Brought by the family in 1977, and keeps going to rally after plenty of work that's been done on it. Steel family. Wilson with the 1927 Evelyn and Porter roller, new from Evelyn's to Hereford County Council. Now this is, ladies and gentlemen, foremost. This has had a lot of work from when it was first taken into preservation in 2008. It was new to Charles Openshaw, and that's why it's got all the fancy stars, paintings and scroll works. This was Openshaw's signature. This particular engine was believed to have been from 2008 to 2013. It was completely restored by Joe and Laura Walker. So a beautiful piece of kit. Right, ladies and gentlemen, think about, you know what I've got on my wrist? I wear blue and white for cancer relief. Blue and white for the cancer relief there. I wear purple strap for the awareness of Alzheimer's. Sadly, my wife is in the first throes. Cancer. Yes, gentlemen, you have breasts. You call them chests. But you can get breast cancer as easy as I can have a drink of water. Simple as that. And Mark and Judy Rigall, who own this roller, have painted it pink, and it's been all over, raising money for breast cancer. It was built in 1923, the roller, down the road in Gainsborough, and it's new to the Lindsay County Council. So remember, if you go up on the engine line, there's a bucket up there, waiting for your penny, Frank Kingle and Stanley, and it's got back to the original name that it was known by the Leader. I do know it had another name, but I can't think of it. I am not switching my computer on, so look for it. I collect all sorts of ephemera. At the moment, I've got about, probably only about 5,000 slides to go through on engines. So I've got about 8 of this engine in different forms. Andrew Jackson and Pam Ashley now, number 60. This is a 1930 Marshall General Purpose, owned by Ed Dolman, then to Bob Dale. It was purchased in 2015 by its present owners, and in, as I say, working clothes. Where are we now? No number. To know this one. Yeah, 16971. This is a Fowler, 1927, owned by the Bloom family. It went to Ireland first through J. Walsh as a road roller, purchased in 1993 by Mr. Whitwell, and in 1994 by Mr. Johnson. 2017 it went to its present owners. We have the UR 5657 on the front. I'm trying to digitise it. 94 is a roller built in 1930 but never used in this country, built by Evelyn and Porter, because it went to Ceylon. As you can see, Ceylon, it says so there. Sold by Joe and Malcolm Pugh, new to Hena Urban and District Council, now showing its tricks. As you can see, it goes quickly backwards and forwards. Instant reverse, instant forward. Then you don't get the ridges in the tar that was being laid at the time. It's now owned by Andrew Coulthard, who bought it from Mick Farmer in 2015. Some things on it. Let's go to 70 for it, I'll find it. 72, yeah, Wayfarer, used by Gisborne County Council as a steamroller. Then Brannock, owned by the Miliband family. New 2J Dugall, painted black. A burrell painted black. No. It was later used by Ivers in North Devon. Went into preservation with Tom Gascoigne, who converted into the Showman's form you see today. It has recently totally overhauled by its present owners, and that was off the site for about 2 years. Next is a Fowler Road Locomotive, built in 1917 for the Furriage Department. As it said at Driffield, it carries the name. Look on the inside later, and you'll find out it's got another name. I'm not going to tell you, you'll have to look. See, I was there watching, taking photographs of Driffield on Sunday, and when the commentator said, and its name is Fowler, because he read the sign. $59.27, the Burrell, Sunrise. This is a steam tractor. It's owned by Rob Tyler. Built in 1915. Rob's other engines are all Fowlers. We've got 3 other engines: Deceiver, the Showman's tractor, Mr. Blower. About 2, I think it was 2 years ago. At auction. Howard of Leeds, 1904. Went to E. Wright at Alton in Hampshire. During its working life, it worked for R. Coulson and Company. Piece of kit. Unusual colour. Is it brown? Is it a slight? If you get it the right angle, is it a dark purple? This is different, sun goes on it. Let's say it does look good. That's it, I've got to agree because there's a lady in charge. Your turn. Next is Rebel, the Alchin general purpose engine. No, that's not what that one. It's Alan Eaton's. It is. So built in Northamptonshire, in Northampton there, by Alchin. Acquired in 1986 by its present owner. And a lot of work on it has been done, including firebox, smoke box, chimneys, etc. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here. In roller form, and believe me, it is a big beast. But as you can see, it is a convertible, right? And so it's owned by Steve Corson, built in 1916. It is now converted, as you see, into its tractor form. And as you can see, it is, as I say, in work clothes. Well, if it's in work clothes, right, because the paintwork has been left. Paintwork doesn't drive an engine. Next roller is an Adrian Barford roller. It was bought and restored from a derelict state in 2001 and 2004 by the family. You eating coal? Sir, eating coal. Emma did, and as did her brother. They did, yeah. 64. Built down the road in Marshall, by Marshall, in Gainsborough. This was owned by P&J Koopman. 1901 Marshall General Purpose engine. First is the Sentinel Wagons. Say Wagon. Spelled W-A-G-G-O-N. The 8-wheeler. Believed to be the only one and two that's still in existence. Sold by Richard Straw. Good morning, Richard. It's rescued from a scrapyard in the 60s by Les Camp. Current book owner has rebuilt it over the last 28 years. And you'll see it at many rallies up and down the country. Can't see your number. Getting past me quick, he says. No number on that one. Stop past me. 78. The Abraham Porter Road, owned by David Hare. Built in 1916 to Northampton RDC. Purchased by David in 2004 from the Pickering Rally. Carries the name the Squire of Tom. That's where it comes from. I reckon the breeding up on there, keep coming in. 26. It came back from Australia to England in 2007 and been completely rebuilt. Now, I know this for a fact, because I've seen it many, many times here. Deceiver is the Sheldon's tractor owned by Rob Tyler. It was new to Mechanical Grouting Company as a roller and worked until 1960s. It was converted to a tractor by Reg Wells of Lincoln and say bought, I think it was about 80 some odd by Rob. Oh, I can remember having it for many, many years. Bought in 2017 by Eric L. Elliott. Carries the name Earl Haig. Next is Invincible, owned by James Ragsdale. 33259, built in 1918, new to James Porter. It's found as a central heating boiler in a garage. It's got a complete rebuild to a Showman specification with the help of his dad. Now I see coming behind another of engines owned by James, has been completely rebuilt by James. Carries the name Billy Boy. Particular role was new to J.W. King of Pictures, Lawson. As you can see, this lie out there, you can see it's on the canopy. Later with Mr. Onron, it was purchased by James, 2016, completely rebuilt. And you wonder about the paint job, well that's James's job, he's an excellent sign writer, that's his forte. And why might he be his picture? I don't know. Next is the 1913 Fowler, new towards Carrington. Later it was bought by the late Gordon Fleer in 75 from Charlie Rhodes. It's still owned by the Fleer family. It's got Gordon in charge there. Nobody said anything. Next, the Lindsay County Council roller, built by Marshalls. Peter and Elizabeth Sabin in 2005. Sadly, Peter died in 2007, but the rest of the restoration is carried on by his family and friends, now owned by the Saxon Traveller. Next we have a Rove, a long way from home. Rove Agricultural. Built in 1910, it's owned by Paul Antle. It was new to Liverpool Show and later with T. Wright. In the centre of the arena with the Stanley is Nigel Hollis. Lives somewhere near me. She jibbed out again. CD. I think she's jibbed out again. I don't know. That's have a go at her. 1913, just going past me, the fine engine, owned by the Flair family. This one new to Royal Estate. Worked during World War I. In 1978 on the Cooper Dr. II. Restored by the late Ephraim and Gordon Flair. Testament with the Avon and Porter roller. One of the later rollers, 1931. How do I know that? Look at the headstock, ladies and gentlemen. It's a complete different design from the earlier ones. It's more angular. This worked down in Trowbridge. It was bought by Mr. Cheeseman in 1960 and a couple of other owners. The present owner bought it in 2005. Bossie and Olive Foster Agricultural Spring. Built by Fowler, not by Foster's, down in Lincoln. Get your red down. Built in 1920. Nick's in front of you taking pictures. Good afternoon, Christopher. Say Christopher, because we know him all as Tipper, but it is Sunday. We used to call this the green fly with the red legs. Great job done by him. Next is the Palmer families. Ward and Newton bought the engine at the Royal Show. It was in a derelict condition when it was bought by David and his late father Harry. Next is the Avon and Porter steam tractor. It's owned by Jeff Lamb. Now I've seen this many times before. It was bought by Jeff when it was owned by Will Fay. It's one of three supplied to Herefordshire County Council. Aberdeenshire engine, 3-speed engine, built by Burroughs at Thetford in 1907. It was new to E.W. Bloomfield at Stowmarket. It's a beautiful piece of kit, built in 1930, new to H. Sargent. It was purchased by its present owner, Jeff Street, in extremely derelict condition. Now, over the last 5 years, I've seen it at rallies in different stages of it being restored. And the first time I fully saw it restored was last week at Tripfield. A really good job, and it's gone back to how it was it done its working days, the colour scheme. To me, that's the one that will be, it'd be my choice for all the work that's been done. 81 next is the Babcock and Wilcox roller, built in 1926. Worked in the West Country until went into preservation in 1966, and in 1990 was bought from Robert Pierce by its present owner, Bob Siddle and daughters. So that was in 1990. Venture, Showman type tractor, Foster. Started its work as a general haulage with the Army. Converted to a Showman's in 1923. And it travelled a cakewalk, sold by the Rundle family from Bolingbroke. Soon be October. Why do I say that? Well, you keep your eyes in the local rags, and you'll see that they have a due in October at their place at No Bolingbroke, number 97. By Evelyn Porter, owned by Dave Harrower. New to Frank Harris, it says on the boards there, as you can see. 1958 into win preservation, rallied until 1974 by Derek Petty. Fought vice president on donor, and it's been well restored. In 98, the Marshall Zulu, ex-Isle of Man highway boards, built in 1922. It's owned by D and P Brook. Not saying anything about anybody on board today. Don't know why. I've got to say sorry for this again, have I? So went on that somebody did. Right, another roller, number 91. This one is owned by the Woodbine family. Built in 1904, carries the name every to get one decent crew. That's not it. Afternoon, Peter. All right, mate, it's all right. The Renault brothers of Norfolk. So it was acquired by its present owner, Scott Bumpton, in 2019. Is the French tart. Why is it called that? Because that's what the owner calls it. Just shut it out. It'll be on Facebook later, no doubt. Go away. It came into this country from the Netherlands in 2002, in 2006 by John Carr. And to say, the gentleman that had it during the Second World War, Sir Gordon, used to go the long way, it started in the yard till 2003 when it sold to a couple of other people. It first in 2018 by Ben and Derek Easton. And it's been rallied since. It said it never had been rallied before though. Built in 1926, finished working for Kitchen and Saxford in 1960s, sold by Ian Joe. So as you can see, it's still what's lagging. When it gets round to it, it's been generally just been restored as the time is available. Not the same as me, I've retired, so I've got bags of time. So I sit at the computer all day doing photographs. Foster designed the engine that he built himself in his back garden. Made a good job of it as well. Showman's time tractor. Here we are. Borrowed there 1921. He was to Doran Brothers of Thetford as a road roller, worked with them till 1960. Later through the hands of Mrs. Palmer's and me. Another Sentinel steam wagon owned by the Johnson family. When I find it, if I do start telling I'll get it all wrong, of course. 6 years. So it's owned by Mark Johnson. Another engine that goes all over the place. As you look on the back, ladies and gentlemen, it has its tow ball. That's where the caravan goes. 80, the Ruthmeyer. Next, number 7, is Billy Boy, Evelyn and Porter. Originally a 10-ton roller until acquired in '64, acquired the name Billy Boy when owned by Gay Potts. It was converted to a Showman's tractor by the Turner brothers in 2008-9. Fowler tractor here, owned by Rob Tyler, Mr. Blower. With me. Why is that? You'll find out. Six is 1916 Fowler. Started life the steamroller and was with the late John Connor. Later converted his name to Yorkshire Bell. If you go on Facebook, you might find some photographs later. So I've got a load. Put the freaking chimney on. Somebody didn't do the chimney. It's naked. 39. Another New build Foster, built in 2009 by David and Matthew Sheldon, and it's owned by Derek and Vivian Hubbock. Another from God's County, from the Fosters of Leeds. This one's owned by Heather Holman. Built in 1908, new to Kitcheners in Bedfordshire. Spent his working life clearing woods and winching the trees out from everywhere. 2009, so a complete refurb and rebuild, major overhaul, owned by the Messrs. Battersby and Steer. Yes, it is a steamroller, ladies and gentlemen. There ain't many of them around. It's a Robe, built in 1924, new to Flint County Council. Later to 3 or 4 people who went to its present owner, Phil Moody, in 2001. And the reason it's called a tandem, it's got one at the front and one at the back. That's all, 2 rows. Quite a number of these rollers made by Robe have the same configuration pistol boiler and box as the Robe Wagons that you see. There's not many of these are about in preservation. The chain that goes round, so the firebox is round instead of square. So this is the oldest Foster. I could not think of anything yesterday. I'm still at a quandary. I'm trying to think where it came from, because it will come to me eventually. No, it won't. Alright, then it won't. I'm going to have to change these snowboards. You shut up, Mr. Bosworth. If you can do any better, come and get out of it. I say it's owned by the Webb family from Acton. So I used it one time by the Bullymore for threshing. I have photographs of that without the canopy. 82. Early riser, sometimes on the road, which is always the best way. I've done many years on rollers. On roads, can't beat it. Graham and Alice Morrison, now with a 1928 Fowler, exported to South Africa and remained there its working life. Came back to UK in the 80s. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a water tank, it's a tar tank. And running through there are a series of pipes fed with steam or water. It was done either way. Yeah, oh yeah, your late dinner. But I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. That's the first mobile phone, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. Steam driven. Yeah. Hey, I'll see you up north sometime before later. Keith, a great chap. And a good friend. We've had many discussions. Well then, gentlemen, that is your full parade, a grand parade of full-size engines. Why have you got that one stopped, Tiny? I'll tell you why. In front of us is the Road Locomotive Windrush, and it's been completely restored to its present condition by the family of Turner Brothers. This one, in fact, as I've told you before, did in fact go across the water. And as you see there, and this has been given the Jim Houghton Memorial Trophy. So why don't you shift your bum, get you down here. And it's being presented by Mr. MacDonald. Good